Warm-ups are just starting right now. Second period will be coming to you in a couple minutes. Stick around. And apologies if the camera quality isn't great. I can't really see it on my end, but I watched back the first period and it did not look amazing. I'm not sure why that is, but I'll try to do everything I can to get that camera quality to look a little bit better for you. I'm sorry about that. And we are just about to get ready for the dreaded second periods for the Marauders this season. They come out great in the first, they play great in the third, but the second is where a lot of those guys, and Coach Schroeder himself, seems they really need their play to improve. This period is going to determine what kind of game we're going to have tonight, and I'm just excited to find it out. O'Connell wins the opening draw and kicks it back to Martin. Martin will send it in far to rink, or far side, to Hamburger. God, it's not a very memorable name. I'm sorry, Corey. Dunnigan will send it in, back to center ice for Morgan. Morgan rips it, turned away by Hamburger. Quick shot on the Neumann goaltender. They were able to break him once in the first from that rip shot from Petticone, but haven't been able to get past him since then. But the opening shot from Morgan was pretty good. Sent in, nearly gloved by Bell, but high. Rings around, picked up by Couture. Couture takes himself to the face-off circle, tries to find a man in the middle, picked off by Petticone. Dunnigan sends him crashing into the corner boards, but Neumann maintains possession. Couture works it back out. It's picked off by Martin. Martin, a little between the legs pass from Cranston, goes right back to Neumann. Couture rips it in wide of Bell. Kept in by Neumann, broken out, chipped out. Needed to be chased down by O'Connell. O'Connell has Wilkinson on the far side. O'Connell rips it wide of Hamburger. Look, now gets back. Bell gets back quickly. Saves his older brother there by knocking his guy out of position, set back in, and gloved a frenzied first couple minutes in the second period for both goaltenders. Neither of them broke as they face three quick shots from either opposition. Oh my God, I ripped my paper. Oh no. Taking a look at our upcoming schedule, it won't be till mid-January, but we'll be hosting St. Joseph's for 4 p.m. Then a bit of a rivalry weekend as we head to UPenn on January 23rd for a 7 p.m. puck drop. And then senior night and Greek night, we're home against Westchester at 4 p.m. That'll be January 24th. Sent in quickly, turned away by Bell. Bird fans a couple passes, gets it to Corelli. Corelli knocked in the boards and dispossessed by Grabowski. Falls back into Bird's hand. Bird behind the back pass to Carey. Carey ripped in, glove picked up by Bird in close range. Decides to hold on to it for the extra pass. Sent back in. Bird in the crease. No good. Petticone jukes past his man. Carey sets a screen. Back to the middle. If the Marauder was there, it could have been good, but it falls to Neumann. Bit of a cross-ice dangle through the neutral zone. Closed off by Jake Petticone. Banged off the boards by Carey. Intercepted. 3 nights in the Marauders' D zone. They got to get back. Corelli with a bit of a cup check on his man. It's Carey breaking it up. It's Stromberg breaking it up. Stromberg will just dump it in so the Marauders can get that line change off. You know how it's hard to get a change off in the second with the far changes, but Hamburger will glove it anyway. 17:26 left to go in our middle stanza. The Marauders leading the shots 20-19 And still, the lone goal from Petticone is all that separates these two squads in the goal total. Hoping the camera quality's improved. Dad, if you could text me if it looks any better, that would be very much appreciated. Schindler's got a back check. He does it good. Closes off the shooting lane for Gossel, and he scored twice against Stockton last night. Water staying with it. Schindler leaves for Stromberg. Stromberg from the far side has Zerko behind him and Kopshaw on the far side. Turned away. Stromberg stays with it, trying to break it out of the grasp of Couture. Couture and Stromberg in a duel in the boards there. Neither can free it. Still stuck in each other. Stromberg comes away with it. A spirited effort from Aiden Stromberg. Gets it up for Rysak. Rysak rips it. Gloved. Out of the air by Hemberger. That's where Rysak feels most comfortable and got a mid-range in between the blue line and the face-off circles. He rips it from there, but just gloved out of the top right corner. Excuse me, the top left corner. It's my right, his left by Hemberger. Ozil plays it out. Martin needs to back check. Martin stay with it, gloved. Stick to himself and gloved by Jackson Bell. $16:26 left to go in our second period. Marauders leading the shots 20-21 to 20 as Couture takes in the blue line. Couture way wide, not in the same zip code as Jackson Bell. We'll leave it for Martin. Martin tries to get the cross-ice feed to Slaybaugh. Slaybaugh, he's pretty fast, but not fast enough to catch up to that one. But don't worry, it's played back to Dunnigan. Dunnigan surveys his options, works back to Martin. Martin has Slaybaugh up the middle, but he takes it himself. Martin dangling through the defense by himself. Takes on a trio of Knights, and is dispossessed by number 93, Brian Barnett. But it's left for Wilkinson. Wilkinson leaves it just a little in front of Dunnigan. Komorowski heads to ground, and we'll get a stop from play with 15:49 left to go. We'll get an interesting face-off upcoming here. It's won by Neumann, kicked out to their D zone. Still, with a 20 shots, have not got past Bell yet, and they won't get past him on their 21st. That shot ricochets up and over the glass and into the netting. 21 shots by both goaltenders. Only one has been able to beat them. Neumann comes away, but Millersville breaks it out. A little nifty behind the back pass from Morgan right there. Gets it into a dangerous spot. Only one Knight back. He'll close to the pass, and Morgan from close range denied by Hemberger. Really, really good opportunity for Cranston and Morgan. Just stopped at the last minute by Hemberger. 15.5 minutes left to go in the second. It'll be O'Connell. And on the draw again from Millersville. Kicked out, quickly shot in by Morgan. Just a touch wide. Millersville keeping the pressure on. Carey sends it in. Nearly picked up by Cranston. Cranston back checks, staying with his man. Cranston hits his man in the boards. Kept in by Millersville. Morgan plays it off his chest. Petticone looking to close off any passing lane. So it's a back check. Back check with his friend Ben Bell. Bit of a collision with Johnny Morgan there. And Morgan, no stranger to physicality, closed off another passing lane from Aiden Grabowski, blowing up any Neumann opportunity on that play. That shot in from the Grabowski goes into the stratosphere and way above Jackson Bell and Johnny Morgan's. Letting Grabowski hear it. 14:45 left to go in our second. 23-22 in the shots, 1-0 in the goal department. It'll be a glove side draw of Jackson Bell upcoming. Carey gets turned around for a split second. Shot in. Glove by Bell. Good on him for staying keeping his eyes on the puck perfectly fine through about 5 or 6 guys right there. Tough to do, but that's the skills you learn as a senior goaltender. And Jackson Bell has definitely matured well. Jacob Schindler staying with it. Kicked off by Bird. Bird staying with it to Carey. Connor Rysack dishes back to Bird. Bird from the faceoff circle trying to find Corelli. Leaves it a bit in front of him. Corelli catches up to it. Corelli far wide left for Carey. Carey nearly had Corelli on the rebound. Broken out by Herrera. Herrera finds Rupert. Quickly turned away by Carey. Carey through central ice leaves it a little in front of Corelli. And it'll go for icing with 4:03 remaining in our middle period. And the scores from last night, this Neumann team defeated Stockton in Atlantic City 4-2. And after going down 6-0 in the first, UPenn came back to make it look a little better against Westchester, but they still were defeated 7-4 at the Golden Rams. Rysack chips it up and out of play, frustrated with himself, and the faceoff will be coming right back where we just saw it from. Marauders got a whole host of fresh legs in the ice, a whole new shift coming in. It's Stromberg, Ryder, Zerko, Dunnigan, and Martin entering the game. Zerko wins it quickly behind the legs, shot in quickly by Herrera, turned away. 2 close-range shots denied by Jackson Bell. Lost it in the neutral zone to Couture. Picked up by the captain, Kai Dunnigan. Dunnigan loses it behind the net, but Martin's there to help him out. Martin in a duel with his man. The reach, cleats out. Couture rips it in. Nearly deflected in by Herrera, but kept out. Ryder behind the back to Stromberg. Stromberg in the middle, picked off again by Herrera. Shot in by Komarovsky. To no avail. Blocked by a couple Millersville bodies. Ripped in by Martin to Ryder. Ryder tied up. Stuck in the boards with Herrera. Goes 5-hole on Stromberg. Nearly blocked and worked in by Neumann. Dunnigan controls in the corner boards. Works out to, sorry, I can't say that's Bieber. Bieber works central ice to Zerko. Tries to go a little behind the back pass. Man wasn't ready for it. Good poke check. Out of Thor Martin. Keeps him off the shot for just an extra second. Gives his man Bell time to react, but not enough time to react to this second shot as Neumann levels the scoring at 1. Looks like it was Brian Barnett collecting the loose change and getting past Jackson Bell for the first time this evening. If you recall the last game, well, the Marauders had a much bigger lead heading into the middle of the second period, but it was tied up by a trio of Neumann goals. Hopefully not a repeat of the last game so far, but it's not looking great. Again, I said that second period is the trick period. How will they respond? Millersville staying with it. No clear winner in central ice. Trying to get Neumann trying to take advantage of the pendulum swing is blown up by Jake Petticone. Stick gets stuck on the captain, Grabowski. Play out to Bieber. Bieber leaves for Petticone. Petticone from the blue line. Looking for a second, turned away by Grabowski. Petticone keeping with it. Petticone works it around. Picked off by Neumann. Bell has to backtrack. Good poke check from Ben Bell in front of his older brother Jackson. But it's left for Neumann. They rip it and turned away by the pads of Jackson Bell. Bieber hits his man to the boards and collects the rebound. Bieber sends it in. As the Marauders look to get some fresh legs in the ice, they will. Good play in by Wes Bieber. 11:50 left to go in our second period as Neumann has equalized and it leads in the shots 27-25, 1-1 with 11:50 left to go in the second. And don't quote me on this, but after the Westchester game, I don't know in what order, but we played Drexel at Drexel again. We're at Lehigh, and we host somebody else. I forgot who we host. I'm sorry. Schindler attempts to keep it in. He will. Schindler dangles to himself. Schindler. A little backhand shot. Goes right back to him. Cranston and Schindler down low. Cranston leaves in the middle for Morgan. Just denied. Is Johnny Morgan a golden opportunity for the Berkeley boys? Sinton nearly sneaks past Hemberger. Millersville keeping the pressure on Hemberger. After a flurry of shots, keeps his line clean. 3 more shots coming from Millersville. None get past Hemberger. 11-22 left to go in our middle frame. Ryder, awaiting the draw, wins it. Kicks out to Cranston from short range. Cranston knocks Hemberger down. Loud hit in my blind spot. The back check here on Schindelman. Schindelman sends it in. Kept out by Rysack. Rysack keeps his man to the outside. Schindler chases it down. Tries to find Cranston. Cranston bangs off the boards. Schindler will chase it down. Kid's got some wheels. Jacob Schindler making Hunter Herrera very uncomfortable in his own defensive zone. Centering pass broken up. Intercepted by Rysack. Rysack holds for a second. Nearly takes Herrera's head off with that send-in. As the Marauders get a line change off. As we near the 10-minute mark in our second period, the halfway point of our game. We're still tied at 1. Sent in wide of Herrera. Excuse me, of Hemberger. Worked in for Barnett. Barnett ricochets off Bell. Sent around by Martin. Picked up again by Couture. Couture rips it in. Ricochets off of the shins of for Martin. Martin keeps it. Feeds Corelli down low. Corelli from short range. Corelli hits the bar! Justin Corelli denied by the ironworks of Corey Hemberger. Nearly the second. He'll have another opportunity here as Corelli in the same spot. They know to mark him this time. Corelli tries to work in down low to Dunnigan. Just a little too much on it for the captain. We are below 10 minutes as a night gets blown up by Jonah Bird next to their own bench. Ricochet, dangerous. Picked up by Bird. Scrub in front of the crease. And Bird comes away with it. Works far side to Dunnigan. Dunnigan back to Bird. Bird has Stromberg on his far side. Work to the middle. It's Aiden Stromberg from close range. Stromberg just tries to poke it past. But Corey Hemberger lays out and makes the save. Both goalies have faced 30 shots so far this game. Both allowed 1. Much different goals. It was a very far snipe away for Petticoat as a little close range tap in for Neumann. But no matter how they come, goals is goals is goals. 9:19 left to go in the second frame. The Marauders going to quickly shot in from Ben Bell. Turned away by the pads of Hemberger. Petticoat and Bell looking to keep it in. Chipped out. Kept in by Zerko. Zerko collects his own rebound. Zerko can't fan on it quickly enough. Zerko sends it right back in. Nearly hits Zerko again. Left for Fonseca. Fonseca to the middle. Broken up by Andrew Zerko. Ben Bell chips it in to Wilkinson, who leaves for shot. Sent in. Punched away by Hemberger. A tie up behind the Neumann goaltender's back. Zerko frees it. But he has left in to the middle. Wes Copshow gets his stick stolen and tied up right in the hot zone, right in front of Hemberger. But just can't get the stick down fast enough, can't free it from the clutches of his Neumann defenseman. And the score remains 1-1. 8:34 left to go in the second. Draw one by Neumann. It's Grabowski. Grabowski sends it off. Fanned on by Rysack, but is picked up by Schindler. Schindler to the middle. Finds O'Connell. O'Connell off the ceiling. A stoppage play will be coming back towards the Neumann zone. Another checkup on games around the conference today. Drexel in a non-conference game will host our first opponent of the spring semester, St. Joseph's. And Stockton will host UPenn. That's going to be a fun one if you can watch it. O'Connell gets the ice and is a little slow to get up. Looks like he had his chin off the ice there. Checking on Walter O'Connell. Still hasn't gotten back up yet. as looks like he's grabbing his face. Maybe slapped his nose or teeth or something off the ice there. Didn't look great for Walter O'Connell. He's tied up with a couple nights, and he'll skate back to the bench. Get updates on you for Walter O'Connell as they come in. Johnny Morgan loses it in the D zone. Slayball's there to back him up. Picked up by Rysak. Rysak loses quickly to Grabowski. And sent in and gloved by Bell. Both goalies really having their skills tested this evening, and they're still level in the goals. This one's going to come down to the wire. That's how it's playing so far. .7:43 left to go in our middle frame. As the refs will get something going here. It'll be Connor Rysak heading to the penalty box for Millersville. They'll be down a man. Neumann looks to take their first lead of the night. Worked in by Neumann. They have Couture at the point. Content to pass it around. They have time. Shot in. Gets past Bell. Number 68, Preston Gosshorn, keeps his point streak up and beats beats Jackson Bell early on in the penalty kill. 7:32 left to go in our center frame, and I told you early on that second period, tough for Millersville. They'll chase one. Again, sorry about the camera quality. You're doing fine. It's looking not like it looks fine here, but in the stream it doesn't look very good. Not sure why, but you have my smooth, sultry voice to keep you through. Opportunity from Neumann here early on. We'll try to. Maybe it got better there. I'm not sure, but we'll try to work out any picture quality differences. And if it's the camera I need to fix, I went over winter break. So this might be the after last game. We'll have to deal with that. Don't look now. Martin gets it out. Hey, Dad, can you text me if the picture looks any better right now? Thank you. Couture enters the zone. Poke check by Carey. Keeps him out as a marauder hits the deck. It's Bird trying to keep that ankle healthy for the long break. Carey comes away with it. Works to Corelli. Corelli through the middle. Tried to pick out Bird. Couldn't find him. Wasn't just a little bit ahead of him. Play through the middle. It's Herrera. Herrera sends it in high, way high of Jackson Bell. Well, apparently it's looking a little better in and out, so maybe you'll get some decent picture quality. At least it's better than nothing. I'm sorry, folks. I did get this webcam for like $20, so maybe I'll try to shell it for a bit of a better one. Millersville wins Dawson played off the boards to Stromberg. From my blind spot, ripped in at about 90 miles an hour right at Jackson Bell's face. And he gets the leather in front of it in time to make the save with 6:09 left to go in our middle period. The Marauders find themselves trailing for the first time this evening. They chase one. Slap shot in from Gosshorn, wide. Chipped in, left for Komarovsky. Picks up, works out, chipped off the boards to Bell. Bell plays it up to Ryder. Ryder leaves for Zerko in the middle. Zerko and Carey. Carey breaks it. Aiden Carey holds for a split second. Carey decides to shoot. Carey just wide of Corey Hemberger. Inches away from leveling us up. Sent back in. Ricochet off Hemberger. Not being able to turn it on fire. Here's Bird. Waters keep it in. Play it off. Head. Way to play off the tin wall. But good couple opportunities for Millersville. They've been getting the shots in. Just finishing that last little bit has been tricky so far. But they have, 25 minutes left to find something against Hemberger. They retake the lead in the shots, 35-34. That's probably going to change soon with how this game is going. But trail 2-1 with 5.5 minutes left in our second period. Draw one by O'Connell. Left for Rysack. Ripped in. Wide. Picked up by O'Connell again. O'Connell tries to feed Rysack again. Whiffs on the pass. Tries to go to the middle. Puck hangs in the air for a second and is picked up by Herrera. Herrera forces Schindler back. Herrera shoots wide of Bell. Up and out of play. Again, February is a long way away, but the Colonial Cup playoff matchups right now will be Neumann against Drexel and Millersville Stockton. This game is big because winner of this will be in possession of the, actually right now it's Stockton's playing, Scranton's playing. The winner of this will get the 2 seed right now. So the 2-3 seed is where you want to be because it's like the NFL playoffs. It's reseeded after the first round. So the lowest remaining seed will have to play a Westchester in the semis. So we want to be in that 2-3 spot, and this game is big to get us there. Shot from Rysack in. There we go! Connor Rysack from close range levels it up for Millersville. Looks like a night was blown up after the goal got in, but maybe penalties afterwards, but not before. That puck goes in, so the goal will stand. But a Marauder will be seeing the cold confines of the penalty box. 4:57 left to go as Connor Rysack levels us up at 2. Jack Cranston, he does a whole lot of guys in the team like to get physical. Jack Cranston's one of them, and he looks like he blew up Couture. Like he said, I remember he said he was going to make sure Couture wasn't too comfortable, and Couture doesn't look very comfortable. A glove flew off, his helmet flew off, his stick went flying. Bad hit on Alex Couture, lands. Jack Cranston in timeout. Refs looking to assess any additional penalties. The captain Dunnigan talking it over with them. As it stands right now, it's 2 minutes on Cranston. Looks like we'll be ready to go soon. Coach Schroeder getting extra little bits of play calling with his captain. And after the goal, we are ready to get things back underway as Owen Wilkinson will duel Tommy Angelone at the Firebirds logo. Angelone comes up with it and kicks out to Patel. Patel, cross-ice feed to Couture. Couture looking unshaken after that big hit from Jack Cranston. Good poke out by Wilkinson. Kills some extra precious seconds off of the Cranston infraction. Couture enters the neutral zone. Couture whips it down. Couture lays out Wilkinson in front of the official. They say play on. Bieber rips it out. Kept in by Patel. Patel hesitates. Back to Couture. Couture can't control it. Kept out by Wilkinson. Back to Couture. Wilkinson trying to close him out. Poke check forces Couture to the outside. Back to the middle. Gloved by Bell. Minute 13 left to go on the penalty for Jack Cranston. 36-36 in the shots. 2-2 in the goals. These teams are dead even. 4:10 will be left in our second period. Millersville trying to ride that momentum into the second intermission. Hopefully coming up with another goal or two. That will be nice. It's not going to be the face-off specialist Carey in for it. Another penalty will be assessed to Owen Wilkinson after the scrum there. So we'll be down 5-3 for a minute 13 here. Really testing the strength of the penalty kill unit. Quick clearance attempt, turn by Fonseca. Fonseca works far side to Couture. Couture up 2 men. Couture takes his time, works far side, rips in, turned away by Bell. Collected by Couture, kept in. Clearance attempt from Carey, gets out. 50 seconds left. Down 2 for Millersville. Couture in no rush. Plays off the boards to Gosshorn, one of the goal scorers for Neumann. Back to Couture. Gosshorn behind him. Couture rips in off the shoulder of Bell. Left in for Patel. 30 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Back to, Couture. He's going to want that shot back as it ricochets off the wrist of Jackson Bell, and out of play, 26 seconds left on the 5-on-3, and Neumann will record their 40th shot soon. They're at 39, and 3:22 is left in our second period. We're about ready to start it again. It'll be Jonah Bird in for the draw on the stick side of Bell. No clear winner. Looking for a quick clearance. They get it off. Great clearance from Thor Martin. Gets a high five from his buddy Jonah. And there's 15 seconds left on the 5-on-3, and there'll be another about 45 on the 5-on-4. Back out to Patel. 4 seconds left in the 5-on-3. Left for Gosshorn. Gosshorn rips it low and away. Turned away. Kept out by Bell through a flurry of close-range pokes. And that does it for the 5-on-3 off the Cranston penalty. But Wilkinson's still in timeout for another 43 seconds. So we kill it. It'll be even play with 2:13 or 2:03 left in the period. Matter. Killing it is the problem. Penalty kill's been bested once this evening. We're looking to keep that record up. Bird nearly freezes over his man. Goes to the opposing number 43, Hunter Herrera. Back to Herrera from the face-off circle. 29 seconds left on the PK. Hesitates. Back to a Neumann end. Nearly cleared out. Sent in again on Bell. Turned away by Jackson's pads. Kept in by Schittleman. Schittleman hesitates. Back to Herrera. Schittleman sends it in. Ricochet collected by Millersville and rips nearly into the bench of Neumann. Is better because it keeps that clock moving and kills off the Owen Wilkinson penalty. We're back to even strength as Johnny Morgan enters the game. Nice little Yankees whistle there. Schittleman controls. Schittleman hit into the boards behind his bench. Ooh, dangerous puck controlled by Bird in Bell's crease. Morgan breaks out, leaves for Rysack. Rysack looking for his second. We'll send it careening around for Morgan. Chased down, picked up by Bell. Ben Bell, that is. Bell goes far side to Petticone. Petticone far side to Bell. Bell dangles in between. Schittleman will send it in with a minute and a half left in our first period. The Marauders down to the shots. Probably the biggest deficit in shots they've had this game. But it won't matter if they score here, and they don't. And there's some pleasantries being exchanged in Hemberger's crease after the whistle. There's a minute 21 left to go in our period, or second period. Shots read 43-37 in favor of the visitors, and 2-2 in the goals. Shaping up to be an exciting third period coming up. Looking to see if any disciplinary action will be accessed after the play. Doesn't look so. Looks like it's pretty even on both sides. We'll call it that way. And we'll keep it at 5-on-5 for the last minute and a half of our second period. Ripped in quickly by Morgan just wide. Excuse me, that was O'Connell. Neumann bumped off my blind side by Stromberg. Staying with it. Duel for the puck. Big hit laid by Logan Downs. Falls to Wilkinson. Wilkinson, glove by Hemberger. Number 42, number 43, Hunter Herrera had his eyes on Morgan the whole time, making sure he didn't say anything to Hemberger. 56 seconds flat left in our second period. Both teams would love a goal to have some momentum going into the locker room for the last time. Zerko wins draw quickly back out to Kopshow. Kopshow sends it around. Into no man's land in the middle, picked up by Neumann, worked out to Dunnigan. Dunnigan whips into Kopshow. Kopshow to the center, trying to find Zerko. Leaves it a tad behind him. Martin works back out to Zerko. Controlled by Neumann behind their Hemberger's net. Neumann. Time enough for maybe a couple more shots if either team can be fast. Kopshow frees it, leaves it a little short for Morgan. Hesitates, trying to find Kopshow on the far side. Can't. Turned away by Neumann. Zerko slapping at it. Can't free it from Neumann. 15 seconds left in the period. Puck falls back to Dunnigan. Dunnigan sending the middle for Stromberg. Stromberg a little behind it 8 seconds to go. Maybe time for another shot. Martin rips it, slapped out of the air by Alex Couture at the last second, maybe saving a goal on Hemberger. So it's shaping up to be an exciting finish. So stick around. Don't be going anywhere. If you have anything else to do, I recommend you don't. Third period coming up soon. I'll talk to you then.